As First Lady, I believe we need to fight against the cyberbullying. All of the people on the Twitter who are saying the bad things, we need to stop them. We need to make sure that they cannot carry on what they're doing.
Lib TV just went nuclear, hotter than a Mar-a-Lago subpoena. Trevor Noah came in swinging, peeling back the layers of Melania and Donald Trump's marriage like a late-night detective, and trust me, the tea was straight up volcanic.
Donald Trump was sitting in the living room, turned on the lights. Hi, Melania. I saw what you said about me on the news. It was very not nice.
From cringeworthy hand swats to icy side eyes that could topple empires, Trevor Noah didn't just hold back, he went all in. The crowd was in stitches, the internet exploded, and somewhere Trump was probably furiously thumb-smashing tweets on a burner phone. Did Trevor just drop the exact truth bomb we were all thinking? Oh, you better believe he did.
The big mystery is, what did the FBI find? Well, according to Donald Trump's third favorite son, the only thing the FBI took was his heart.
Hit that subscribe button if you're loving this. Trevor Noah didn't just throw a punchline, he dismantled the whole facade with the precision of a comedy sniper. Cool, calculated, and effortlessly savage, he unraveled the bizarre dynamics of Trump and Melania's marriage like he'd been gearing up for this moment his entire life.
Also, I would pay anything to know what he wrote inside that card that he definitely didn't actually get. Like, roses are red, love is a mystery, I had a historic electoral college victory. Why did Trump say he called into Fox and Friends? Because it was Melania's birthday. Like, what does that mean? He's like, honey, I've got a great celebration planned for us today. I'm gonna talk to some TV people while sitting on the toilet. Like, oh, thank you, Donald. My life is a beautiful dream.
In an instant, the studio morphed into a full-blown war zone of emotions. Some doubled over, gasping for air between fits of laughter, while others threw their heads back, losing it completely. And somewhere in the digital abyss, you could almost hear the frantic tapping of tiny fingers rage-typing a tweet. It was pure electricity, a comedic knockout that hit harder than any expose, because deep down, no matter where people stood, they all felt it.
Did you ever have Trump on the show?
No, we never did.
He did say some bad things about you on.
I don't know. I don't keep up with it.
Yeah, I do. I keep up with it. Yeah,
yeah, but you have like a feud with him. You have like a real. So here's what I've noticed. Like, Trump's annoyance at people is directly proportional to how big they were when he like focused on the media. Does that make sense?
I see. Yeah, right.
So, like,
and just like that, the internet went up in flames. The clip shot across social media faster than a Mar-a-Lago scandal, turning Twitter X into a battlefield of memes and hot takes. TikTok users chopped it up into viral edits with over-the-top sound effects, while news channels played it on repeat like it was breaking news. Headlines popped up quicker than Trump's legal troubles, each one cranking up the chaos. Some called it the roast of the century, others saw it as a brutal reality check disguised as comedy. But one thing was certain, Trevor had just unleashed something no one could stop.
I feel like after a couple of hours, the doctor told her she could go home, and Melania was like, no, I should stay. I should stay until you check everything out. I stay longer. I was like, okay, well, Miss First Lady, since we're keeping you longer, your husband is on his way to visit. Okay, pull the plug. We've tried everything. Pull the plug. It's like, you're not on life support. I don't care. Just try it.
Trevor Noah didn't just crack jokes about Trump and Melania's marriage. He put it on the grill, flipped it, and served it up extra crispy. If anyone thought he'd hold back, they clearly haven't been paying attention. He went straight for the knockout, pulling out the greatest hits of their awkward moments and adding just enough truth to make it sting like a messy, high-profile divorce.
Trump's hands really couldn't catch a break, because this time, the First Lady gave him the old down low, too slow, which made me wonder, like, when you watch that, do you think maybe Melania is jealous? Maybe that's what this was about? Oh, now you want to hold hands, Donald? You sure you wouldn't rather be holding that orb? I remember.
Let's talk about the legendary hand swat. You know the one. The whole world watched as Melania smacked away Trump's hand like it was covered in unpaid bills. Trevor didn't just bring it back, he acted it out so perfectly, the crowd lost it. The flick of her wrist, the pure don't touch me energy, it was comedy gold. But he didn't stop there. Oh no, he went straight for Melania's icy side eyes, the ones that scream, "Get me out of here." Every time Trump spoke, her face went from bored to full-on crisis mode. And just like that, her expressions became the joke. Trevor painted it so clearly you couldn't unsee it. Melania, stuck pretending to smile while Trump rants about windmills causing cancer.
If I had $400 million in loans coming due, I'd also be trying to cancel the election. It also explains why Melania isn't leaving Trump. I mean, if she divorces him, she gets half of the $400 million in debt. I also now get why Trump was rooting for Bernie Sanders so hard. He wanted him to win so that the government would bail him out. I mean, it all makes sense now, people. It even explains why Trump has been destroying the post office. Good luck collecting your money when you can't mail him a bill.
Then came the knockout punch. Trevor didn't just joke about their marriage, he exposed it like a bad business deal gone wrong. He made it sound like Melania signed up for a luxury lifestyle, only to realize too late she was stuck in a contract she couldn't break. The crowd went wild, because let's be real, it was spot on. But the best part? Trevor's delivery. The smirk, the perfectly timed pauses, the punchline so sharp they could cut through a prenup. He didn't just roast their marriage, he tore down the whole fairy tale. And while the audience howled, Trump was probably fuming, Melania was quietly nodding, and Twitter X, oh, it was already flooded with memes.
If I had $400 million in loans coming due, I'd also be trying to cancel the election. It also explains why Melania isn't leaving Trump. I mean, if she divorces him, she gets half of the $400 million in debt. I also now get why Trump was rooting for Bernie Sanders so hard. He wanted him to win so that the government would bail him out. I mean, it all makes sense now, people. It even explains why Trump has been destroying the post office. Good luck collecting your money when you can't mail him a bill.
Let's be real, Trump and Melania's marriage isn't exactly a fairy tale, and Trevor Noah just put a giant spotlight on that awkward mess. The stiff body language, the forced smiles, the hand swat heard around the world. Melania treats Trump like an overeager salesman she wants nothing to do with. And that RNC speech? She looked more like a hostage reading a script than a loving wife. So, the real question is, true love or just a contract she's waiting to finish? Because let's be honest, no prenup has ever felt more ironclad than whatever deal these two have.
We've known for a long time that President Trump once had an affair with Playboy playmate Karen McDougal. But yesterday, we learned more about the conspiracy to keep this affair quiet, thanks to Michael Cohen, Trump's former attorney and Sopranos background actor. You didn't even notice him in the picture, do you? Because, you see, it turns out, like so many Sopranos characters, Cohen was wearing a wire.
This is a secret recording provided by Michael Cohen's lawyer. Cohen and then candidate Donald Trump discussing paying for former playmate Karen McDougal's story of an alleged affair.
Melania tolerates Trump like she's stuck in a bad business deal. She shows up, nods just enough to meet the contract terms, but let's be real, nobody's buying it. Her robotic smiles scream, let's just get this over with. Whether she's walking 5 steps behind him or giving the world's most unenthusiastic birthday message, the signs are obvious. Trevor Noah didn't just joke about it, he made sure everyone sees what's been clear for years. Trump can pretend it's a perfect marriage, but let's be honest, the cracks are impossible to ignore.
Mrs. Trump, Melania Trump, the international cover girl, has now joined us. We got to discuss the media. How did you two meet?
We met in New York, 1998. It was a fashion week, September 1998.
The famous fashion week.
The famous fashion week in
Were
New
you
York.
introduced?
Well, no, we were both at the same party, and that's how we met. He came to
right
me.
away?
I went crazy. I said, I was actually supposed to meet somebody else, and there was this great supermodel sitting next to Melania, and I was supposed to meet this supermodel, and they were saying, look, there's so-and-so. I said, forget about her. Who's the one on the left? And it was Melania.
You like him right away?
It was a great chemistry and energy. We had, great time. We started to talk, and, it was something was there right away.
Trump fired back at lightning speed, unleashing a frantic rant on Truth Social. It was loud, defensive, and had the classic Trump touch, big talk covering up thin skin. He didn't just defend his marriage, he declared it the greatest love story ever. The internet, of course, had a blast, because nothing says happy marriage like a public meltdown, desperation, and an absolute refusal to let it go.
One of my favorite moments randomly in hosting the show was I saw a, what was it, what do they call them? Do they call them a truth social? That like fake Twitter that no one, even the right-wingers aren't on really? A truth, right? I don't know what it is. Anyway. A what? No, it's like it's called Truth Social, I think. No one cares. Anyway, the point is Trump sent out one of his thingies. I don't know what they're called, and it said it was like Trevor Noah was never funny. Jon Stewart was only slightly better. And then like he goes on like a rant and he's just like, these people don't realize if they moved more to the center like me, they would have more followers. Then I'm like, center like you? I'm like, my man, you think you're in the middle? But what was funny was like, someone was like, oh, he said that you're not funny. And I was like, yeah, I read that. But I was like, oh, so you watching?
At the end of the day, Trevor Noah didn't just crack jokes. He cracked open the illusion. Whether you see Trump and Melania as a power couple or a business deal gone wrong, one thing's for sure, the internet isn't letting this one go anytime soon. So what do you think? Is this true love or just the longest contract extension in history? Drop your thoughts in the comments.